Pete. What's up?
So, sorry, it's been a while. Um, I've been updating you with stuff personally instead of doing the YouTube stuff because I didn't want everything that I was posting to be out there for everybody. It's just something that me and you I wanted to talk with. So, sorry I haven't been updating YouTube right now, but I'm back and I'm ready to talk. One of the things I've been working on is my grad school class that has been starting. I'm about to start another one. One of the things I've been working on is grant writing, and I'm about to start another class in about 6 days that is kind of web design, multimedia stuff. So I'm going to be working on that soon. So I'm going to have two classes going at the same time. So yippee for that, but it's going to keep me busy. I'm just going to make sure that I get some time away to be able to work on just those things and the things that I'm working on right now as well that I'm going to be talking about in just a second. My biggest thing that I've been working on is getting my next year's classroom ready. I know school has just let out, and I have been working a lot on the ideas that I really want to uh, integrate and incorporate into the next year to make it just a really fantastic school year. I have a lot of big ideas that I'm throwing around. I'm developing a gamification classroom. Gamification is basically you're making everything into a game so that the kids feel like they're playing a game instead of learning, and the engagement factor goes from some of the boring classroom where you sit and you learn. It's not for everybody. Some kids will do fine in and some kids struggle with, and I want to make the engagement go from here to here. If that's off camera, I guess that's good if it's off camera, so that you can see it. Maybe I don't know, where's the camera start? Right here to here. There you go. From the bottom of the camera to the top of the camera, so that kids are more engaged and want to learn or want to play a game, not necessarily want to learn. To reach those kids, I'm creating an entire world and a backstory. I'm going to have the students create their own custom characters that are going to interact with the world that I'm creating, so that it gets that character creation thing in there. You start a game of Skyrim, and some people spend hours just creating their character. And then you're really invested because that character represents you and everything that you have made. And I want that to be integrated into my classroom. They can be anybody they want to be, and it's going to just allow them to have control of what's going on to their character in this world and the way they want to interact. I'm going to create an experience system for the characters to grow with. I would like the characters to be able to show that progress, not just them, but their characters can show progress and grow and grow and grow. And it's kind of like an achievement thing that they want to get to that next level to get the perks for whatever the character gets. I'm also creating a store for them to buy digital things for their custom world that they're going to make, to where they can customize the world, customize their characters, customize everything so much to where they get invested in it because it's their world that they're creating within the confines of the world that I'm creating. So there's a story going on, but they're going to be able to take a break from that story if they want to, or dive more into it to get more money so that they can buy more things for this world that is actually theirs. So this digital world also becomes their digital world that they interact with and they customize. So they're going to be able to customize the environment that they're in. I'm creating a story for the whole year with an in-depth plot. The kids are going to experience and interact with. They're going to, after they do certain things in the classroom with the lessons, that will unlock more of the story that they're going to interact with. They're going to build relationships with characters. They're going to go through hopefully an emotional gambit of love and loss of these characters that they're going to interact with in the story, that hopefully they care enough about, that when they do these type of interactions, it actually creates feeling inside of them for the decisions that they have to make through going through this story. And then we're going to have, hopefully at the end, they're going to have an ultimate decision of what they're going to do. So at the very end of the year, they're going to basically have the fate of the world in their hands, and they're going to have to choose what the final thing is. So at the end of the year, they get to ultimately choose what happens to this digital world that they helped create. And hopefully it should be kind of an emotional thing that they're torn apart about, because it's a part of them. I would like for that to happen. I'm going to be creating videos. I'm going to have to create the art for all the things, collectibles that they're going to have. Collectibles are going to be a really big part of it, so that as they're going through, they're going to want to continue searching through things, continue to do work so that they can collect certain things for their collection. I know a lot of people who get addicted to games. They get addicted to collecting things, whether it be the Xbox Live, whether it be PlayStation, whether it be through the Wii or the DS or mobile gaming. A lot of those things, they like to collect things to bump up their points and get cool items. And then they keep going and spend microtransaction, just tons of money to get more and more and more collectible things. So I'm hoping these collectibles encourage students to go out and keep going and going and going and going, so that they can build up their collection and show off their collection to all their friends. My goal is for students to get lost in this world so much at school and at home, that it's going to be like the best year that they've ever had in their school career. That this is the coolest thing ever. I want it to be addicting so much that everything else that they do this school year or this next school year comes second. This building all of their things in this world so much that they would rather be learning and doing these gamified things instead of all the other junk that they do that doesn't help them or benefit them in any way academically. When they go through this world, when they interact in this world, the biggest thing is that they're learning. They're going to be motivated to go out and try to earn more stuff, and they're going to be learning along the way. And if they don't learn and go through and try to earn all these things, the natural consequence is that progressing through the story, getting all these extra things, and getting what they want to customize their own world is going to become more and more and more difficult, because all the things that they need to get and all the money that they earn and all the experience that they need to make this world more and more and more theirs is going to require that you do some of these other type of learning. All of the interactions for learning should be kind of game based, and everything that they do is going to have some game aspect into it, whether it be like a social way or a competitive way, or just kind of get lost in the world way, where everything that they do is rewarded through some kind of addicting game quality. So I'm going to try to incorporate, social gamers, competitive gamers, casual gamers, just any type of gamer addiction, try to incorporate it into the lesson so that it becomes fun and they want to do it instead of a chore. And if you don't participate in these type of learning activities, you don't get the rewards for it, and you miss out. You miss out on part of the game. And whatever part of the game you choose that you want to be a part of is totally okay. If you like the social aspect of it, you can be a helper and you can help somebody do something. You can do a mission where you go out and support somebody, or you do, if you're a competitive person, you can do an activity that allows you to compete against somebody else, and you're going to try really hard in that aspect of it. But whatever type of gaming you are, there should be something there for you that allows you to further your own learning, your own education, while having fun, and allowing you to customize your own experience. So that's my goal. That's why everything has been so. I've been so busy. I haven't been able to really post, is because I've been getting the end of the year ready so that I can get myself started on this. And not only have I been getting those things ready to go, I've also been actually working on these type of things. Yeah, that's what's up.